Everyone, I hope you are fit and fine. Today, in this video session, we are going to deal with the remaining part of nature created man and woman as equals. Already, we have discussed that how Lanthoi, the younger girl in the family, discussed this topic with her parents, Tomba and Ashangbi. And of course, she would like to know different dimensions that how man and woman they were equal. So without wasting the time, let's deal with the half part of the nature created man and woman as equals. Let's see. So here we have the first line, that is, the mother beams with joy at the words of her daughter. As a matter of fact, mother is the fountain of love in a family. This bond of love is beyond comparison with anything else in the world. So here we got the information about the status of mother in the family. So we all know it very well that mother is the fountain of love in a family. And this bond of love is beyond comparison. It's not possible to compare our mother with anything in this particular world. So here the mother Ashangbi is very happy that her daughter herself give the statement that without her, her family is nothing. So it is because of this that motherhood has been glorified. Here, glorified means praises or honored, and beams means smiles with delight. She was totally delighted. Ashangbi was totally delighted, and these are the glorifying words which were used by her daughter. And women accept the challenges in the world or in life to become a mother. So here we have the question that how is the role of a mother honored and praised? So already we have discussed this answer that mother is said to be the fountain of love in the family. And this bond of love cannot be compared to anything else in the world. So motherhood has been glorified because of this, and therefore women accept the challenge to become a mother in the life. So here we can say that showing deep affection, Ashanti continues, pioneer women testify to the equality of women with men. Actually, life is not possible without both women and men. So this is the greatest statement ever, because pioneer means a person who is among the first to study or develop something. So of course, testify means to give or provide proof. So many proofs were available that without men's and women's, it's not possible to run this world, because they both were equal and they need to run this world together. So Lanthoi has been fascinated by the stories of pioneer women. Her grandmother had narrated many stories of the brave queens like Linthongbi and Kurang Kanayani, who were as brave as kings. So these are the examples of the queens in the north side of the India, and they were as courageous like the kings, and they were doing the same kind of the task like the kings after their kings or the death of their husband. So Lanthoi heard many stories from her grandmother about the bravest kinds of the queens. So these women, as her grandmother narrated, were makers of home, family, society, and the nation. So this is the important thing I would like to tell you, that women's position is very much important in the family as well as in the society, and at large you can say in the nation, because she was the maker of the home, family, and the nation itself. So they were civilizing influences. Influences means civilizing influences, these influences which improve or enlighten someone or something. So mother is always guided us, and in the form of mother women playing an important role in the society, in the family, and even in the nation. And she's always guiding us. Women's are like a women's are the guiding stars in our life. So let's see. At the same time, there were also adventurers who claimed their shares in free land, plucked and raised crops with their own hands, and drew cattle. It means today there is no difference between man's work and woman's work. Women are able to do whatever men are able to do. So here the important example is given that women are able to do their adventurous work in the land. They plucked and even they raised the crops like the men's. And of course, it's possible for them. And even they drove the cattle. So modern women have become mountaineers, naturalists, astronauts, scientists, soldiers, and political leaders. So now, today, there is no any such kind of the position is there where women are not there. So nowadays, women are become scientists, soldiers, political leaders we have, and even they were mountaineers, naturalists, they were scientists. It means so many roles they were played, and they proved that women are not behind. They were equal as like the male one. So this proves that there is nothing a woman cannot do, and also that women and men were created as equals. So many examples were there, and at last we can say that men's and women's they were equals. So after this, Lanthoi is astonished, and of course she was shocked by hearing these examples. So then she asked her mother further, Mother, you have thrown light on the equality. Thrown light on means explained or clarified. So of course her mother clarified her doubts. And now she has new question in her mind that you have thrown light on the equality of men and women, and also have emphasized means to stress on that the world is still an unequal world. Then what I would like to know is if there are moral, social and legal provisions to enable women to express their physical and mental potential and to set themselves free from suppression. यानी ऐसे कौन से वेज हैं या ऐसे कौन से रास्ते हैं कि जिनके तहत वुमेन को उनका जो राइट है, उनका जो हक है, वो मिल सकता है, right? In the moral, social and legal provisions. Legal provisions means law stating that some particular thing must be done. So here, in every nation, in every country, we have the laws, we have the legal provisions to protect the equality of the woman in the world. So let's see which are the legal rights women has. So let's see. Amazed at the curiosity of her daughter, Ashangbi adds. So she was totally amazed. Who was amazed? Ashangbi was amazed that this important question her mother has in her mind. So let's say there are many. Under the aegis of the United Nations, there is a declaration for a new world of equality. So she gave the important evidence here with the help of the United Nations laws. So under the aegis means the meaning is with the official support and backing of United Nations organization. In short word, United Nations organization is called as UNO, and they had given the declaration for the new world of equality, and it has the following dimensions. Dimensions means features or aspects. So which are the features and aspects United Nations gave us? So let's see. So A is equal access to basic social services, including health and education. So women are nowadays getting the same status in social services like health and education. Like the male ones, they have the similar right to education. And the second important thing I would like to discuss with you that equal participation in political and economic decision making. So nowadays we have the reservation in political sphere of the country, and of course women are participating in political and economic decisions of the country, and they also shares their role, and they are playing their important role to take the economic decisions as well. So third important thing which give us, that is equal reward for equal work. यानी जो काम एक मेल करता है, तो वही काम अगर फीमेल करती है तो उसे कम दाम दिया जाता है या कम सैलरी दी जाती है। बट एज पर दिस राइट, वुमेन शुड गेट इक्वल राइट्स और इक्वल शेयर इन द वर्क। यानी जितना काम मेल्स करते हैं उतना ही काम फीमेल्स भी करती हैं। सो व्हाई वी शुड हैव द indifferences? So this is the important thing, that they should get equal reward for equal work। यानी जैसा काम हो उसका जो दाम हो या उसकी जो सैलरी हो, उतनी ही फीमेल्स को मिलनी चाहिए जितनी की मेल्स को मिल रही है। दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट राइट, विच gave us. And the last thing here is very important, that elimination of discrimination and violence against women. So here elimination means to complete removal of. So here we have the complete removal of discrimination in between males and females on the basis of their gender. So this is according to the law is the violence, and of course this is not the good kind of the thing to discriminate males and females on the basis of their gender. So now women's got the right to raise their voice against the elimination of discrimination. It means if they are facing the discrimination by the male ones, if they are facing the violence, domestic हो या फिर घर का कोई प्रॉब्लम हो, now they have the rights to raise their voice against this violence. And this is very much important. And here we have the question that what is or what social justice does the aegis of the United Nations guarantee? So we got the guarantee of the above four things, that is A, B, C and D. And of course with these four rules or four laws, now women are safe and they got the protection in this world. So at last the mother concluded, my dear daughter, we can affirm along with the United Nations that men and women are equals. So of course she gave the confidence to her daughter that she will get the same position like the males in the society, because now women's got the legal rights to protect their rights. So Lanthoi understands what her mother means and what the topic of the symposium means. Now she's totally understood the topic, and now she's ready to speak in the symposium because she got this so many points for her topic. Thus, confident of success, the next day, after thanking her mother, the girl of 12 happily rushes out of the room in the bright morning sun, because this is a new day for her, because now she got to know that how many rights she has. And in the world, women and males, they were equals, they were not different. The blue sky meets the range of the eastern mountains. Now she is extremely happy. Now she's in the state of ecstasy. Ecstasy means extremely happy. And now she is able to see the mountain ranges which meets the blue sky. The small girl is always fascinated by the small trail which winds up the distant purple mountain. And now she is extremely happy that she will definitely get the success in the symposium. So here we have the question that what does the vision symbolize? So here you can say that when Lanthoi rushes outdoors, she is welcomed by the bright morning sun. The blue sky and the range of mountains appear to meet. Lanthoi is fascinated by a small trail which goes winding up the distant purple mountain. And this vision symbolizes that women and males, they were equal to each other. There is no any kind of the difference in between males and females. So if you like to see the equality, just see to your mother. Just look at your mother, and definitely you will get the assurity that males and females, they were equals. They were not different. So with this important message that we should not be compared males and females from each other. We should always believe in equality. I hope you will believe in equality and you will get the same status to the women's as like the male ones. So with this important message, I would like to conclude here that males and females, they were equal, and nature created men and women as equals. So thank you everyone. Stay home, stay safe.